Is your partner tired of you never cooking?
Or are you trying to impress a new date?
And you're always skint?
Well, here's how to make a 3-course meal for under £10.
Right. Welcome to Dad's Talk. We are two lifelong friends.
Let's get to it. These are the ingredients you are going to need to make your 3-course meal. Chocolate.
Bread.
French brie.
Thick cream.
Balsamic glaze.
Shrooms.
Pasta.
Meat.
And knives.
Let's get cooking.
Woohoo! First off, we're going to boil up a pan of water. Pan of water. Sorry about the washing up.
The pan fills with water.
On the heat for medium medium heat. Let the pan get nice and hot and start to boil. Sorry for
Don't break stuff.
Need a chopping board. First up, we're going to start dicing up some mushrooms. Right, so what we need is
Get the sound of the mushrooms.
poor Toad. He was a fun guy. You won't need this many mushrooms, you'll only need a few. If you bought a joint of beef, you need to cut your beef up nice and thin. You get a chopping board that doesn't move when you chop it.
And how much did the mushrooms cost?
75p. Use children's bowls for holding products you've already prepped.
Because we're dads, we have children's bowls.
A frying pan on a nice heat with a touch of oil. Jamie Oliver style. That's only a teaspoon of oil. Quality control your meat. If you really want to make it more uniform, you can. Put out all the best bits.
Are you actually going to uniform your meat?
No, just to make sure there's no hard gristly bits in the middle. This is lean diced beef steaks. £4. You get bits like this. You don't want bits like this. That's just nasty bits of meat. Have you noticed I've chopped the meat second to not cross-contaminate with the mushrooms?
With the meat.
This bit here, that'd be tough, it'd be horrible. Like trying to chew through a brick. It takes time, but she will enjoy it if you do it right the first time. There is only one seasoning you need to put on.
Pepper.
Salt.
Salt.
Pepper's technically a spice.
You learn something new every day.
Right, believe we are getting there. If you want to be even cheekier, you could marinate your meat overnight.
How, Steel?
Put it in a bowl with oil. Add some flavours, whatever you want to do. Cajun. Get it all nice and marinated. Put it in the fridge and let it set. Not set. Marinate for about 24 hours. Run off. Tell me.
Don't you like BBC?
Bit of salt. Bit of pepper.
Oh, you didn't do the salt right.
Just browning this meat off. That's all we're doing. Browning the meat off nicely. And that will do for the time being. We now need a second pan.
Second pan.
What's that?
I thought you said second hand.
Pan! Turn that heat down. We're going to go and start into the starters now. This is the first course you're going to serve to your betrothed.
Can't see the front of your car. Merchandise.
If you have what? A blender. Very important right now. A blender bottle. A spinny bit. These are the...
Put the bread in the blender. I didn't know it worked that well. Good. Now. Put it in the container. In the container. I'm so glad that actually went in. I wasn't watching.
I'm glad you can do that. What is the next step you're going to take?
What is the next step I'm going to take?
Are you going to whisk up some eggs?
We're going to whisk up some eggs.
That is good to know. We are going to whisk up some eggs. He is whisking eggs.
Whisked.
Now we need flour. So let's get the flour out of the cupboard.
Add the flour and the eggs.
Do not add the flour and the eggs. So, Stephen,
Yes, deal.
where are you going to put the flour?
Not in the eggs.
Not in the eggs. No, you're going to put the flour in.
The container.
Yes, now add the flour to the container. Not that much. Very good.
Sorry.
Right, we need the brie now, which is a type of cheese. This started off.
Brie.
Yes, this is brie. So, take the knife, which is not the knife that you
Put
used.
the brie in the flour.
Not all of it. You need to cut it down a little bit.
Okay.
So Stephen is now going to cut the cheese up into 4 slices. So you and your partner would have 2 each. Stephen, you used to cook, didn't you, as a living? He was a chef at one point. Right, we have 4 slices of brie.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
You've thrown them all over the place.
Yep.
So we're going to add the brie.
To the flour.
I'm going to put the heat on first.
Eggs.
To the flour.
Milk.
Where are you getting milk from?
I don't know, I'm spitballing it.
So, back to what we were saying. We're going to add the brie to the flour.
To the flour.
To the flour. Welcome to
It's in
cooking.
the flour.
Welcome to Cooking with Idiots. Really give it a good mix up. We want all that brie nice and covered.
It looks floury.
Right. So now take one piece out at a time. Dip it in the egg. Get it nice and covered.
Oh. I think it's covered.
Now into the breadcrumbs.
It's in breadcrumbs.
Now put it on the lid over there. So repeat the steps.
What is this?
This is breaded brie.
Okay. I found a good way to do it. Roll it.
Yep.
Look, Mum, I'm a chef.
Oh, your mum would be so proud of you. This is another thing you could do. You could cook a meal for your mum. All the ingredients we do not need.
Looks like this.
Right. Pan's nice and hot. Did you just lick your fingers?
I didn't know if it tasted like crumbs.
So, that's why we use tongs. Now you need to turn that. Turn it. Don't splash it at me, that's hot oil.
Turn it on this back.
That's it, you want it nice and browned all over.
It's done.
Not quite yet.
Oh.
I'll just leave it on one side for a little bit longer than what you have. And you need a plate to put it on. That's covered there. You have to hook the other side. Yeah, you're going to have to take that off. Take it off. No, I meant this. That'll do. Put your brie onto the plate.
Ow.
Put the second piece on.
Right, ready to be a chef.
So, 30 seconds either side. Turn it.
1, 2,
Maybe not even that. 15 is quite hot.
5, 9, 11, 12, 7, 4, 12. Oh.
The duck's burned! You're cooking in a burnt pan!
Wow, that's
Maybe
really
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move! 5 works.
5 works a treat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Yeah, it's good. Look, Mum.
Next step is to get some oil,
Oil.
add it to the pan.
And then. What?
Oil.
Oh.
Turn the pan on, which it is. I can't see your face, by the way. Just see your face, sake. There we go, you're going to kneel and do this. Hot oil near your face, that's going to be clever. So, pan's going to be nice and hot in a minute. Once the pan's nice and hot, you're going to put the mushrooms in there and let them saute. There you go, they're all nicely covered. So we're going to cook the mushrooms off and then we're going to add them in with our beef.
Saute style. Yeah.
Add the mushrooms to the meat. Move the heat to the front.
Add the cream.
I'm going to mix this in first.
Okay.
A nice little mixture going on.
You dropped a shroom.
Oh no, not a shroom. You can't go out of shroom. You need this to get nice and hot again. And what we're going to do is
Add the cream.
we're going to add the cream
Now?
right towards the end.
Okay.
Add your nice bit of pane pasta. Just in there like so. You can't see it, I'm sorry. But we're just going to add a bit in. Right, now add your cream in. All of it.
No.
That's it. So it seems a bit of a strange thing to do, add cream to meat. Gravy granules. Chuck a few of those in there.
Your pan's a bit shallow for this, isn't it?
Nope, that's all I need. And you just leave that on a nice high heat. And once it starts boiling, it boils the granules into it. And all of this sauce now will turn into a nice dark brown sauce. A lot of taste and texture. So as you can see, our meat is nicely cooked. Our pasta is now finished, it just needs draining.
Drain the pasta.
Let your pasta air out a little bit. And there is your mains done. We'll set that aside and we're going to now go on to the dessert.
Dessert.
Give me a sec. Give a wipe round the hot hob. So, pan on the heat, heat on. Warm up some cream.
All of it?
All of it.
Cream.
This is such an easy dessert to do. You need cream and broken bits of chocolate.
Oh, I want the break one.
Preferably dark chocolate.
Do we need all of it?
Yeah, sure. So I went with some just cheap chocolate.
Because it's under £10?
Yep. If you've got more of a budget to spend, get some nicer chocolate. Make sure it's dark chocolate. You need that cocoa, high cocoa. Stir. Make sure your cream isn't burned to the bottom of your pan. And they get that nice and warm. Of course you can.
I feel like I'm your kid. I'm like smaller than you, don't I?
So make sure you scraping all the chocolate off the bottom. You can see how it's starting to slowly change colour.
Ooh. It's like a chocolatey cream.
Control the heat as well. More chocolate, please.
I was doing it gently.
Just keep mixing. That's the key to this. Is keep mixing. It'll slowly get darker and darker. So we're going to take that off the heat. And we're going to continue to mix. So as you can see, it's starting getting darker and darker. More chocolate, please, sir. I'll probably chuck the rest of that in. So as you can see now, it's getting to a nice dark colour. Just keep on mixing until it's nice and smooth. Removing it from the heat if you need to. And just keep on stirring until it comes, literally starts to look like this. Just a puddle of chocolate.
Chocolate puddle.
Make sure all the big bits are gone. Because ain't nobody got time for big bits.
Don't let it touch you, it's hot.
Yeah, so that's it finished now. It's all finished. We're going to let that cool down.
We're going to plate it up.
And we're going to start plating it up. We'll see you on the other side. This is our main. It's a simple beef, mushroom and cream with a little bit of gravy in there just for a bit of flavour with some penne pasta.
Let's try this out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Letting the meat rest for 20 to 30 minutes after you cooked it gives it that nice tenderness. So, what do you feel about the simple dish?
Oh, it's a good simple dish.
What would you give it out of 10?
It's a 10.
There we go, people. There's another solid 10 there. She's probably already getting her clothes off.